Hey friends, Doug Meyer here, and welcome to Morning Pause. So, you might remember a week or two ago, I talked about juggling and how I try to juggle a lot of balls at the same time. Sometimes I even juggle things of different sizes and shapes, different obligations, right? Bowling balls and chainsaws and this and that and the other. And man, it always just ends up ugly and not good, and then I get angry and resentful and all that kind of stuff. But one of the things I've learned about myself is I get a lot of energy out of being a doer. I love getting engaged in projects, whether it's here at church or at home. I love being needed. I love getting tangled up in juggling balls, and then it all stops, and I kind of have an emotional, mental, physical, spiritual just I run out of gas. Do you ever do that? And then somewhere in there, it takes me a couple of days to untangle that and to let go of blaming other people and having some resentment and just kind of being in a foul, yucky kind of mood. You know, I guess what's going on is that I'm really struggling with this whole idea of self-care. You would think by the time a guy got to be 62, he would have that figured out a little bit, especially in my profession. But I don't, and so I continue to struggle. And I wait for like the check engine light to come on in my mind or heart, or I wait for the people around me to say, hey buddy, check yourself. Hey friend, hey sweetheart, hey honey, hey dad, hey whatever. You know, they extend to me a lot of grace and some space. And when I have an awakening moment, then I go back and I check. I do a little inventory. And one of the tools that I have appreciated is one that I think I learned in recovery. I'm not really exactly sure. It's called the acronym HALT, H-A-L-T. Check yourself. Are you hungry, angry, lonely, or tired? Well, a lot of times at the end of a long run of being engaged in a lot of care for others and doing, the answer is yes. There's a really good chance that I'm more than one of those. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. Tired, yeah. And sometimes, you know, tired, we all know that tired is more than just physically tired, right? We have compassion fatigue or body fatigue, mental fatigue, heart fatigue, engagement fatigue, relationship fatigue. A lot of us who are probably disproportionate in our amount of extending energy into other people, we suffer from some of that. So tired, yeah. Hungry, you know, yes and no. I have a hard time maintaining a really what some would call a healthy diet. I love carbs. Man, if the world ended today and all we could have from here on is queso, I'd be great with that, chips and queso and margarita. So learning to eat better, healthier. Angry, yeah, I can work up an anger from carrying around some resentment, and it's only when I begin to kind of dismantle that resentment and what it's about. Sometimes there's a remnant of anger left, but a lot of times in my life, at least, my anger ends up being somewhat more at me because I didn't put up and use really good boundaries. Lonely, I'm pretty fortunate with that. I have a wonderful wife, partner named Wendy, who is there. I have a great core of friends, circles of friends, and that just radiate out. And I got a great dog named Toby. So fortunately, lonely, I don't suffer from that. Actually, I have a hard time finding alone time. I wouldn't mind being alone, maybe more often every now and then. But anyway, don't tell the people I love them. So my challenge for you is to imagine what self-care and self-compassion looks like. I came across this little quote from a psychiatrist who's the head of the Center for Self-Compassion. It's, and go figure, his quote is, "Self-compassion is simply giving the same kindness to ourselves that we would give to others." Did you catch that? Self-compassion is simply giving the same kindness to ourselves that we would give to others. That's from Dr. Christopher Germer, G-E-R-M-E-R. Those of us who are in the kindness business and the care business, man, we are great at whipping up a big old casserole of kindness for somebody else. And we pass it all around, and then at the end of the day, it comes back to us empty and needing to get washed. So I wonder what that would look like for you and for me today, tomorrow. What does self-compassion look like? Is it cutting yourself some slack? Is it going and getting some self-care through maybe a massage or a manicure, pedicure, a walk, arboretum? Maybe it's taking a long nap. Maybe it's taking a road trip. Maybe it's taking a day off or a weekend off. All of this also gets caught up in boundaries, and I'm here to tell you, those of us who are in the care for other business frequently don't do very well at setting those either. So, what's the point of all this? I guess it's just, man, use my engine light warning experience here as a wake-up call for yourself. If wherever you are right now, you're feeling hungry, angry, lonely, tired, resentful, put out, pissed off, whatever, pull over, go lock yourself in the bathroom, do whatever it is you need to do. Come up with a little plan. Can you engage your plan today or tomorrow or in the coming days? Share with me in the comments, and I'll be your cheerleader if you be mine. Let's find effective ways to take care of ourselves. We're good folks, and we deserve it, right? Yes, the answer is yes. Join me now for a deep breath and a prayer. God, as I breathe in oxygen, I know that is a requirement for my living. And I also know that there are others that I do not take in as easily or readily. Help me have a growing and just strong awareness of my need for self-compassion and self-care. To have the courage to set boundaries that will help me embrace that in my own doing of life. Thank you, because I know it will happen. Amen. Hey, in the meantime, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.